something. Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Skip to the beat of my drums. Doop-a-doop.
Welcome back. It is that time of week again where you get to see our faces and hear our voices. It is the We Shouldn't Be Talking About This podcast.
Ooh.
That was so unplanned, but that felt very intro-y.
Good for you.
Yes. It's been a long week for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I got my 13-hour shifts over here.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, no.
But guys, the paycheck.
Keep that away from me.
That is real.
That will
When
be.
you're allowed overtime, it is nice. But
It is nice when you're allowed overtime.
Especially because every minute after 12 is double time. On top of overtime.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
After the 12 of p.m.?
Wait,
Nope,
so
after
you
12
work
hours.
over 12 hours a day, you
Oh.
get double time.
Yes.
And then if you're working overtime, you get double time on your overtime pay?
Yes.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See, now that would motivate me. However,
My
I
last
wouldn't work-
paycheck was equivalent to a month's worth of paychecks.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's insane. No wonder why you want to do so much stuff. No, I'm kidding.
this is how you become a workaholic.
It is. No, it is. It totally is. Yeah.
Not to do that.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
someone at work commented, they're like, I wonder if she was dating someone, if she'd work this much.
Probably not.
I know.
Nor would you have to, because
They bring in income.
you would also have an income. You
We'd
wouldn't
be
have to
dinks.
work so hard. You would be dinks.
Be dinks. That's the dream. That's the ultimate dream.
Is
I
that
think.
really?
It is. It really is. In this economy, yeah.
That can be your dream. That is not my dream.
No.
Speaking of dreams,
Yeah.
we're sharing our big dreams with you. Our dreams that may be out of reach for a little bit, but hopefully will get closer and closer as each year passes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going first? Tegan, you go first.
What? Why do I have to go first?
First off,
You're the
Tegan.
oldest. You're closest to reaching your dreams.
I feel like I'm not, though. I'm still the
know
one
what your
who's
dream
not
is.
making a single cent of money.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
but you're going to go from that to making not that much money. But then you're going to go from making not much money to making money. Money. You're
Mhm.
going to get that money real quick, and then you're going to be like, losers.
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm just kidding, though. But imagine, though, because being in all this debt, I feel like should make you less afraid of debt in the future. Because then you can be like, I've been in more debt, and I paid that off. I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, but it makes me feel like money isn't real. You know what I mean?
Monopoly.
Because, like, what do I spend right now? I make no money, and I'm just spending.
You're spending somebody else's money.
You're spending your future money.
When you put it that way, that makes me sad. It makes me not want to spend anything.
Good.
I mean, you are spending your future money.
But I have
so
to spend it.
you
I have no
do.
choice. Where am I going to live? How am I going to eat?
The
The
street.
streets. It's where you belong. No, I'm kidding.
Back to the root.
Wow. I spilled it.
So sorry, did you share your dream?
Spooky.
Your dream was to not be in
To
debt.
the streets.
Make money? What was your dream?
I haven't said it yet.
Ah,
So I still have to go first?
Yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't ready to go first. I have a few and I don't know which one to choose.
Okay, fine, I'll go
Okay,
first.
Jasmine first.
So I have a dream that's been a dream of mine for a while now. And until I reach this dream, I probably won't have another dream on the forefront of my mind.
Ooh.
I want a Highland cow. So I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. They're at least 10 grand. Donate what you can when you can. Minneapolis does allow cows in homesteads.
You know, if women could get blue balls, that's what just happened to me, Jasmine.
And I already have a shed. So I got a good sized yard.
That was so. That's your dream?
As of right now, yeah, that's my dream. I want a Highland cow. They look so freaking cute. And how cute would it be to watch a tiny little cow run and frolic with dogs? So stinking
dead.
cute. So stinking cute.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
So
Wow, you really. You know what? You're right. You should have started because.
can only go up from here.
Exactly.
But here's my thing.
Crazy.
I have a car. I have a house. I have my dogs and my rabbits. I have my children. I have a job that I love at the moment, and I'm working towards grad school. So what do I really want? I want me a cow.
Not what you want. Like, what's your dream? Like, what do you want to accomplish, Jasmine?
Getting a cow.
Like you.
I want that because that says I have so much money that I can throw 10 grand at a pet.
That was one of the most materialistic things I've ever heard you say, but okay.
There's
You
like
literally just
buying a
mean
bunch of
I
gold.
have this, I have that, I have that. What else could I want? I have things. You can want to still do things.
No, I know. I want a cow. I want to have a cow, and I want to experience life with a cow, and I want to frolic with a cow. I want to cuddle with a cow. I want to pet a cow.
Just going to a place that has Highland cows and
Yeah, that's true. I could probably
spending
start
a day
there.
with them
I could probably start there.
because then you don't have to clean up after them.
Yeah, the
I
maintenance.
probably could start there.
Imagine the vet bill. Dead.
But
Dead thinking about
that's a
it.
dream to have enough money to not have to worry about that.
They cost $10,000.
Okay, fine. That would be my
The
real
vet
dream.
bill?
To not have to worry about money.
Okay, but you will always have to worry about money. I don't care how much money you have. You always have to worry about your money.
I know.
You worry about getting it. You worry about saving it. You worry about somebody stealing it. I don't know. You always worrying about it.
I guess.
But
Yeah. Highland cow.
how it is.
That's where I'm at right now in life. It could change tomorrow, but as of right now.
Interesting.
So you ready, Tegan?
Threw me off, Jasmine. I gotta
You're
even think
welcome.
what I was gonna say now. I still haven't chosen.
Sully, you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sully.
I only have one dream, and it's been my dream. And you guys know this, so
Mhm.
like
But
my
share it.
dream. Well, I suppose there's multiple factors in this.
But the overall.
Is to have and create escape rooms. And I don't want to be like across the nation or anything. No. I want people to come visit me, you know?
Oh, real?
Like, I want to be that special, you know?
Exactly.
And
So-
have a cafe attached to said escape
Okay.
rooms. And
There
then
we
I
go.
want to be able to have at least one of the escape rooms where there's food incorporated within the escape room. And like in my mind, yeah, it's like 'cause
Charlie and
we
the Chocolate
did
Factory. Where everything's edible.
No.
Oh.
No, that sounds too maintenance-y.
So he's like, that's way too much.
Because
for me.
people are gonna be touching everything, you have to replace
Dude.
everything, and ugh.
That sounds like the best wedding.
Try and
Everything's
chocolate
edible?
factory themed.
Yes, where everything around you is edible.
Sounds like
Anyways,
Okay.
but like we did this one where one time it was like you had to like grab the right like bottles off the shelf.
oh yeah.
right? And then it opened up a door or something like that. It's like, okay, but what if instead you had to like mix up the right drink for people? But then it's like you made a drink and then you actually get to enjoy it as you
Try
do
it.
the rest of the escape room.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd
Or
be
it's like,
fun.
what if one of the parts is like set the timer to this to this time and the degree of the oven to this temperature, and then it actually bakes something because it's already in there,
Ah,
and then at the end you get to
and then
enjoy
the end,
it.
you say,
So
yeah,
cutie.
that'd be
Like things
cool.
like that where I'm like, oh, that would be fun. Like,
Maybe.
That's cutie.
Loving these ideas, Soulies. Okay,
yeah,
that's a good
that's my
dream.
dream. And
And we can have a little
hopefully
petting zoo with my
to be
cow out
able
back.
to sell our little mugs that we'll have eventually within this cafe.
Very cute.
Yeah,
Eventually.
exactly.
With our new logo, though.
That you guys don't know yet, so bummer.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't know. We don't
We
know.
don't know.
Nobody knows. It's a work in progress, okay?
God knows.
Chat GPT is being a little finicky, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And I think part 2 of said dream would be to make enough money from said things to be able to open a homeless shelter
Mm.
that not only helps homeless people like get back on their feet and like genuinely take care of them and not kick them out during a storm, which apparently is normal for homeless shelters, which is beyond me.
I know.
But like have people there who are like working to become hairdressers, who can work there, who can like cut people's hair, and then if you're like, oh hey, I'm interested in that, you can learn right then and there. And then like alongside my cafe, it's like I can sell food there, and then like people who
See,
are looking for
Devin,
volunteer hours from high schools, and it's like, oh, let me go volunteer here. And then like having people who can help these people like get resumes and like just have it be like an overall like not even just geared towards homeless people and helping the homeless population, but also just people who are struggling to find a job, like
yeah.
get back on their feet.
Devin, I thought this is what you were going to say as part of your dream. Because we've talked about this
Oh,
before. Like
I
a
have.
homeless shelter that's more of like a rehabilitation center that
I
Mhm.
have.
people can come and find like safe housing, but also they can
I
learn
have talked about
job
that.
skills, get haircuts.
And it was going to be a dual
clothes.
housing for humans and for pets.
I don't think we ever talked about pets because
Yeah, I said half of it was going to be like people, and then the other half was going to be like a vet, like home thing.
Why? No.
Because what
Half
about
and
the
half.
stray
Wow.
animals? They deserve a home.
Yes, they do, but I don't know if. Wow.
Look,
Yeah.
we aren't qualified for that. Let's
Mhm.
let someone who's a veteran.
We ain't qualified for any of this though, but okay.
That's wild. Yes, you can. This setting up a homeless shelter. That's easy, but not easy. But like that doesn't require like
Yeah, I went into
mad
thorough
skill.
detail on
Well,
that.
I don't know about all that
Plus, you're
because
gonna
to
have
me, outsourcing is wonderful, and you just go to a place that already like does like Animal Humane Society. You go to them, you say, "Hey, how's this work? What do I need to do something like what you're doing?"
It's true.
And then you can go do it. You have the people who help them do it, and you have
yeah.
them help you.
But I don't want to deal with wild.
Well, then it's not on you to do
Then
that,
don't do it,
okay?
bro. Don't do
Well,
it.
I'm
You
just
stay
saying.
on the human side. Me
I'm
and
just
Jason,
saying.
we got the animal side.
Why is it half? That's
It's
insane.
not half. It's just that
Yes,
like
it's just like
attached to it is like a little.
The stray animal population in Minnesota is like not
No one
enough.
said my homeless shelter was in Minnesota. The homeless population in Minnesota is not as large as it is in most other states.
But it's still enough to
No,
have
it
a
is.
homeless
I agree.
shelter.
I agree.
And again, it's a rehabilitation center, so it's not just homeless people.
On top of
It's
that, I thought
anybody
we
looking
talked
for
about
help.
like having a free clinic there so people
We
could get
did.
like basic health care for free and not have to worry about walking around with
That's
all these
true.
wounds and stuff.
That's true.
We did talk
Yeah.
about all this.
Good. That's
Me and
also part of my
Jasmine could
dream.
volunteer our time there.
Yes.
hmm
Just
Carrie
help
would be a beast in the kitchen if she
Yeah.
wanted to be.
could teach cooking classes.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Everyone needs to know how to cook.
this is
Exactly.
so true. That's such a good idea.
This would be a very large facility, guys.
Mhm.
I know.
I'm aware. Be like a compound.
We're gonna need a better name.
I'm still waiting for you to remember what the name was you thought of, Jazrin. Still think of it. Anyways, I guess I'll share mine. That was half of mine. That was one of the things I was debating between saying because I thought that was a dream we all shared together.
It is.
Okay.
Jasmine just forgot.
She clearly, her cat was more important.
Her cow, yeah. Moo.
Moo. I feel like mine is obvious. That is to write a book and publish a book. And like I don't need to be like a New York Times bestseller, but I would like it to be somewhat successful. You know?
Here's my thing though. Is like so many books are New York Times bestsellers.
I know, so it
So
doesn't
why
mean that
not
much.
you?
Right.
Why?
Whoa. It still means a lot.
No,
Don't-
I'm just saying, but like it's like
I was like those poor people out there that are just probably like, oh.
no,
I
no,
know.
it means it means a lot. Like congratulations to every single author who's ever gotten a book on the New York Times bestseller list because it is an accomplishment, 100%.
It is. Not everyone's done it.
Nope.
But I don't
Most people
think
haven't.
it's as like prestige. Like I feel like you think of it so prestigiously when you're younger, and then when you get older, you're like, oh, they come out with a whole new New York Times bestseller list every week, like with multiple books on the list, like
Yeah.
hundreds of books make the list every month. So it doesn't become as prestigious as like when you think of like winning the Nobel Peace Prize or something,
Yeah.
right?
But they do have those kinds of things for books.
Yes, they do.
Like what, the Pulitzer Prize? I don't know, something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that.
Pulitzer, yeah. But yeah. Oh, I would love to make the New York Times bestseller list, but
Mhm.
like I think just like publishing a book and being able to impact people's lives through that book would be great.
Pretty good.
I think that's the
Lovely.
most real thing, is just being able to impact someone's life through the life that I live, you know?
But like, okay, if you think about it, don't you think you've impact? I mean, like, okay, how much of an impact is an impact? You know,
No, real.
like, don't you think at
No,
this point in your life you have not at least impacted one other person?
I would hope so.
no, for a fact, I've impacted both of you. That's two people right there.
Trauma. That was your impact.
Lies. Literally
Can you
lies.
not recall when like you got so upset that I would like wear
pajamas to bed.
wear my next day clothes to bed so
Oh,
I could
yes,
wake
that.
up later and like be ready already, and you hated that, and then you're like
Because you're sleeping in your clothes. They're no longer
answer
clean.
from doing that and whatnot, and I'm like, what? And you like scared me, and I never did it, and then it wasn't until like a year or so later that I'm like, how's sleeping in daytime clothes different from sleeping in pajamas?
Okay. You know what? That's one example. But do you remember when I told you not to put the penny in your mouth and mess around with it? And you're like, I'm going to do it anyways. And then what happened? You swallowed the penny.
Yeah, but I didn't die. I'm here to tell the tale.
I thought you were going to. I'm not going to lie.
I know you did. You got scared. You cried.
Yeah.
I think
I got
you
scared
guys
too, I'm
have
not gonna lie.
traumatized each other a lot. So
Yeah. Remember when you burned my favorite
Pants.
pair of pants?
Hmm.
I still think about
Yeah, I do.
it. I really
Started a
still.
fire.
You started multiple fires, I
I'm
feel
starting to look back now, and I feel like
like. Were you a
pyromaniac.
pyromaniac?
I was gonna
Jesse?
say might have been like a little red flag there growing up.
That's concerning.
That is concerning.
Maybe a little bit of kleptomania in there too. I remember the one time we left Michael's and you're like, look, I got it was like one of the plastic Easter egg things. And I was like, oh, Jadrin, you can't just take that.
I don't recall.
Good thing it's never happened to you again. That I know
So
of.
you know.
Next thing you know, she's gonna go steal a cow.
It'd be sad though. Because like cows are friends, and what if it had friends? So like I don't want to take it from its friends.
You do that whether you buy it or steal it. She's like, okay, new dream. I buy the whole farm.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
I can't even imagine how much.
Hey, that would probably be a better idea is buy the whole farm, keep paying the people that work there, and then you go visit them whenever you want.
That's true.
Real.
And then you
And
could turn it
That
into
would be
petting
really
zoos
cute.
so that you
Because what
make
if we
money
had?
off of it.
Yes, because then in the fall we could do all that stuff and hold event. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, hi, Suki.
Hey, little soup man.
He wanted to make an
Appearance.
appearance on the podcast.
What a cutie patootie.
He says
He's like, I have a dream.
Had a good dream.
This is giving Tangled, though, when they're all like, I have a dream.
I have a dream. I have a dream. Oh.
That's why I didn't sing it.
It took Jazz a hot second. You're talking about first line, and so he's like, and continue to sing the second line, and then you're like, oh.
I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been a real long week.
So, yeah.
3-day weekend.
Ooh, nice. That's very nice.
I wish I had that. I have a 0-day weekend.
You don't have a work, so...
You know what? Studying all day is work, bro.
At least you can go
Okay,
from
yes, it is literal work, but it is not work for monies.
Okay, but that's not my fault.
And true, at least you can do it from home. And some people can work from home.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
Love
can work
love
from
that
home.
for
We're
you,
not those
y'all,
people.
but we're not those people.
Okay, whose issue is that? Not mine.
And whose issue is it that you chose to go to medical school? Not mine.
Mine.
It's the same. It's not yours, and someone else should be paying.
I got literally less than a year left, guys. Senioritis is gonna kick in real quick after this test, and you're not gonna catch me doing anything. Just kidding. You probably still will. You will.
Yeah, you're not one to just stop doing something.
Nah. Not at
Yeah.
all.
Although if I could, I would. Like, if it's like noon and they're like, go home, I'll be like,
Okay.
I asked me twice.
Aren't you kind of already that way?
No.
Like, you might have been like, oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
sure,
people
go
seem to be
home. And
asked
you'd
that
be like, oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll be like, are you sure? Is there anything else I can help with? Like,
See, I do that when I'm at work.
Mhm.
But usually that's just because I'm like, I see things that need to get done. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to see them as well. And then I'll do them. But if you don't, then I am leaving. Because I don't want to be here no more.
right.
I am good to go.
Nah, I'm usually the one sending people home.
See, I like people like that.
I suppose that's all. Thanks for joining us talking about our dreams and some other stuff.
Mm.
Have a great weekend.
And Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. See you all next week.
Peace out.